Craelan here. Today we're playing a game called Falling by the Olaf, and was created as an entry for the How Have You Been Game Jam. Woohoo! How Have You Been Game Jam? Background music was by CraelanGames, I think. I'll leave a link in the description so you'll be able to see these names. Sorry to all the developers whose names I repeatedly have butchered this evening because I've recorded a lot of these. So we can press that upper right hand corner thing to reset the level, and it looks like we're just supposed to get a high score. I like the character because the character, oh my gosh. Okay, at least I got one. Because the character looks like very distinct. Like, I would recognize the profile of this character, even if there were other characters in the game. I would be able to tell it. This is the Falling one. I was worried, honestly, when I first read this, that this game would be about falling, like, really quickly. And I'm like, that feeling. Okay, so the controls, like, you're supposed to be able to use the arrows or the cursor, but I don't see really any option for me to not use the cursor. When it's in full screen, it's like it has to be the mouse cursor. Which is fine, I just think that should have been re-communicated with. The music is incredibly loud. I'm at, like, 4 on volume now, and it's still can be heard clearly. I'm not sure what feeling other than falling this is supposed to give, but, you know, whether it be falling in love or falling into despair, whatever, any other physical act of falling, it definitely abstractly does the game version of abstraction, to where we're falling, just not as it actually would happen, of course. And it turns it into a game where you're collecting things as you fall. There's not much more that I can think of to say, honestly. I am finding it frustrating, but I can't intentionally beat my high score, and it seems that it's more randomized than not, and it's making me try again. Like, I've literally played this probably 10 times. Hey! Beat it. 10 times in, like, the 3 minutes that I've done this. So this is going to be another short vid. Again, I'm putting these all in a playlist. Some of these are going to go directly to a playlist because of how short, the playlist of How Have You Been Game Jam, because of how short they are. But as I said, and I'll keep saying this for as long as I'm there are game jams and I'm recording game jam entries, I think seedlings of ideas should be presented, as well as fully established ideas, because most games start out with something as simple as this, if not simpler. I would actually like to see this as like a, kind of like an inverse runner game, if possible. This is just an idea, take it or leave it. Like you're falling, and it could be like an Alice in Wonderland thing, falling, but you're interacting with the things as you fall, and you eventually do land. But maybe there's something that a motivator to keep you falling, like maybe something's chasing you or something. I don't know. But I like this, and I feel like just because the character itself is so distinct, I feel like there's so much story that there could be behind this character, and it's mimicking falling, which I think is a really interesting thing to have chosen for the feeling of How Have You Been, mimicking falling. So this doesn't seem to be extremely good, it doesn't seem to be extremely bad, it just seems to be like falling, which intrigues me. I'd like to know more about, like, why falling why it was named Falling, other than actually being physically falling. And if it's just the act of physically falling, that sensation that they were going for, or if it was something more abstract, as I use that word for the 5th time in this video. Yeah, I like the music. I think it's solid. I think it's one of the most interesting characters I've seen in like all the entries so far, because it's just so distinct. I could pick that out and I'd be like, that is the character from Falling. I could do that if it were silhouettes of all the main characters. And I think that's probably the strongest aspect of this design, is how distinct that character is, because you want your characters to be recognizable. But yeah, it was definitely worth the couple of minutes I've spent playing it, just to see what this little seedling held. And again, the character is so distinct. I want to know a story about it. That's what I want to know about this. And who knows, maybe there'll be a full release game or a longer game that's released with story, and it's all about falling. Maybe this person just can't be bound by gravity, so they spend their life falling through the universe. I don't know. But anyway, it's that time of the video again. Hey, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Xbox, and WordPress. They all lead back to YouTube, except you might see me write something on WordPress every now and again. But until next time, thanks again for watching, and Craelan out.